Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today, I'm excited to be looking at these new Superpowers figures from McFarlane Toys. This is a line that it's really weird. I didn't have any of these as a kid. Over the years at Goodwill or garage sales or whatever, I picked up a couple here and there, but I didn't have a lot of nostalgia for this line, and yet I do. Like, I didn't own them, but I remember them being a thing, and I just wasn't into superheroes, or I wasn't into DC superheroes at the time. I don't know. But what McFarlane has done in recreating this brand, I find very exciting, as someone who loves toys, not just action figures, not just collectibles, but someone who loves toys. This is great, and I'm super stoked about these figures and the vehicles that go with them. I found these three in store at a Walmart today, so we're going to open them up and see what we're dealing with here. And we're going to start with the Man of Steel himself, Superman. First of all, we want to look at this card back. Gorgeous comic book art on the side here. Looks really nice. This is the classic Superpowers design. Those bright primary colors just look fantastic. They really catch your eye in the store. Of course, we've got the multiple languages here on the card. We've made our peace with that. That's just how things are now. You've got the McFarlane Toys down at the bottom, but I mean, this is a very classic, nice looking card. And the other thing to point out is nice, thick card back. As I said, I found these in store. There's a little smear on here, I'm just now noticing, but like, it's not messed up, it's not wrinkled, it's not bent. I cannot wait to find these vehicles. Um, but high quality card back as opposed to some other things that we might have reviewed recently here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. And then look at this. I'm not even going to read this whole entire story. How great is this? All one language. It doesn't get cluttered. Imagine if there were 5 languages with 3 paragraphs of story in each one. That would be terrible. I do think it's funny though that they can get away with just the sort of buzzwords in the multiple languages, but then the bio is all in English. I'm not going to read this whole thing because there's a lot to it, but I'm so excited by this gorgeous art, cross sell on the back. Just everything about this product as it is right now is very exciting to me. But we're gonna ruin all that because we got to open this guy up and see just what we're dealing with from an actual toy perspective. Oh man, look at that. Look at those colors. I'm so excited by just the nice bright colors. Although I will say, I think Superman could stand to be a little lighter blue. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, I don't like that at all. So you've got a plastic tab going through the soft goods cape. That's kind of horrible. I am not even going to try and like pull that or anything. We're just going to very delicately snip through it with our nippers and end up with a cape with a hole in it. Oh gosh, that's awful. Why in the world would you do that? Look at that giant hole. Oh, McFarlane, come on. This was such a home run. And of course, the issue is this is like a satiny, um, stiff material. This is not like a soft fabric, like I believe the original figures had. Like I think they had almost more of a, not a t-shirt material, not a terry cloth, somewhere in between. That something like this would be fine, but this is like a cheap. Uh, Gosh, I really hate that. All right, well let's keep going. So in the classic superpowers, let's get this out of the way. In the classic superpowers style, there is a plastic ring in the collar of the cape. So that is going to snap right onto his neck for a nice fit. Pretty long cape, but I believe I don't think this is intended to be uh, a classic Superman. I think this is more of a modern Superman. I think that's why his costume is a little bit darker blue. I think that's why his cape is longer. I'm not a fan of this fabric at all. Now, here's the thing that we have to consider though, is this is a $10 toy. So for 10 bucks, this cape is, not terrible. Oh wow, the joints all move really nicely. Um, and of course, I got to mention we've got the tampo on the back of the cape that looks really good. I like having the S on the back of the cape. I think that's we don't always see that in Superman toys. Gosh, that hole is horrible. And if this wasn't such a cheap fabric, it wouldn't matter. But this, guys, seriously, this is like Christmas ribbon fabric. It's pretty bad. Let's get that off and take a look at the figure itself. Really nice sculpt on this guy. Looks nice and muscular. Uh, Although the lines are very nice toy lines. Look at the portrait here. Again, this is a toy. So you might be looking at those little blue dots and thinking, well, that doesn't look realistic. That's not a photorealistic Superman. No, it's not. It's a toy Superman, which is what I like so much about it. Look at his little curly Q up here. The sculpt on his hair is particularly nice. Uh, just looks great. All the articulation works very nicely. Look at that. He can sit down. Those knees, those are actually ratcheting joints there. And that's a little bit more than a 90-degree bend on the knees also. Very nice. Boots, look at the sculpt on those boots. All the paint looks great. Everything is placed very precisely. The S is just a tampo. It's not sculpted on, but I'm okay with that because I think it's a matter of different Supermans as to whether the S has depth to it or is just printed on his super suit. He's got the trunks, he's got the belt. I wonder if those belt loops are sculpted or not. They're a little raised, but I'm not sure if that isn't just no, because you can see back here these should be painted. But anyway, looks good. I like it. This is a fun little figure. It feels sturdy and durable. Pop that cape back on, which again, the cape is disappointing, but on the shelf here, that's not going to look bad. But a kid playing with this cape, this thing is going to be torn to ribbons uh, very quickly. But again, $10 for it's a 5-inch action figure. I gotta say, worth it, worth it. So let's move on to Superman's nemesis, Darkseid. Now, this is a figure that I was not particularly interested in initially. I don't care. I like a more traditional Darkseid. I don't care for this updated kind of new 52 design. However, as you can see, oh, look at this. I love this biography on the back. As you can see, this design looks fantastic as a Superpowers toy. I wouldn't have chosen this look, but when I saw it in the store, I was like, man, he just looks like a great toy. So let's get him out of here. He is significantly larger than the other figures, which I really appreciate. This is something that I feel McFarlane excels at is, there's a lot of nostalgia here, but he is doing new things and updating that nostalgia in cool ways, and I really appreciate that. So he's got a great portrait. All of that paint, again, applied really nicely. Those primary colors just pop. He's going to look really unique on your shelf. Those glowing red eyes. He's got the red gem in the chest plate. And then look at the rocky skin. He's got the texture around his face here and then down on his arms. And presumably he is wearing some sort of bodysuit that just happens to be the same color as his skin, which is a little weird. But just all that sculpt looks great. Got a little missed spot with the paint right over here, but not a deal breaker. Still got some Kirby-esque detail in this newer design. The legs almost get the 90-degree bend, and then we've also got ratcheting knees on this guy. So if you have a table that is the right size, you could conceivably set the Lord of Apocalypse down at it. He's got the tall boots, with all the sculpted detail there. Really cool, big figure. He comes in at a beefy almost 6 inches. So comparison-wise, I mean, you can see a nice big difference between these two figures. But the cool thing is, Darkseid, also $10. So they're giving you a lot more figure here for the same price. And I think that's great. McFarlane, for right now, he is a fan's figure maker. All right, finally, we've got Batman, which this is his Hush look, which is why he's got the trunks and the pouchy utility belt. Nice art here. I didn't really even look at Darkseid's art. Looks cool. I dig it. He's got the Omega beams going on there. Okay, so Batman's got some cool Batman art. Maybe not the best design for like the, hey, it's a kid's toy line. Like I'd love to see a Brave and the Bold Batman in this series, which we may see. I'm sure we're going to see plenty of Batmans in this line. Got the biography on the back. So let's open Batman up. And you'll notice no accessories with any of these, and I'm fine with that. That's not a problem. So let's get the Dark Knight out of there. And he's got the same problem. He's got that plastic tab going right through his cheapo cape. That is, since these figures are only $10, I might actually consider. It's so bad, McFarlane. Todd, we can do better than this, because it's really not necessary for this thing to be pegged in there like that anyway. Oof, so bad. All right, we'll set that aside. Take a look at the figure itself. We've got a darker blue than you think of for a toy Batman of this kind, a superpowers Batman, I guess. But he's got the black bat symbol, the Hush style bat symbol you can see. Now, I wonder if this is the same torso that Superman has. Yes. Same torso, which is, oh no, wait, no. That is a different musculature. Look at that. Superman's abs and pecs are a little more defined. Well, actually, I'd say Batman's pecs are more defined. They're more shelfy. Interesting. So yeah, completely different parts. Even the trunks, if you look, the upper thighs are different on these guys. The cut of their trunks is different. Wow. Very nice. Okay, so anyway, we've got the black bat symbol. He's got the pouch utility belt. He's got, ouch, he's got pointy spikes on his gloves, which will hurt if you hit them too hard. You can see right here the assembly where the torso can be matched up to different belts and different crotch pieces. Sculpting goes all the way around. I've got a little paint slop up here, but you know what? We're not going to see that because he's going to have that cheapo cape on. And again, he's able to sit down, and he's got those ratcheting knee joints. I cannot wait to put this guy in that Batwing. And believe me, guys, as soon as I have that Batwing, I will be reviewing it here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. So, same as Superman, it's got the little plastic ring in the collar of the cape. And this cape is actually, the fabric is very reminiscent of like the Adam West Batman cape, which is kind of funny. And that clips on there. It seemed like it wasn't going to stay on very well, but it does. It's fine. It's on there nicely. The way it drapes is nice. The length on this one is good. I like the scalloped edges. It's just that hole is absolutely horrible. Uh, Hopefully they'll figure out a different solution for that. But there you go. $10 Batman figure. Looks great. Is going to look really good on the shelf. And will be fun to play with once you've got more figures and toys and everything. So there you go. Batman, Superman, Darkseid. Dun 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 dun. I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna try to do that any further. But your superpowers, super friends, great new DC collection. The colors are bright. These have me really excited, and I hope this is a line that can be sustained for a very long time. And I also kind of hope, uh, price point wise, I would imagine we're looking at an entry price right now. That $10, is within a year or so is probably going to be 15. But I got to say, for 5-inch figures with the articulation that they have, we'll see what happens price wise. But right now, I'm in on this line. I dig it. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about the Needless Things YouTube channel, and come back for new toy reviews each and every week. And remember, we're here fighting for truth, justice, and really good toys.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.